we say hello to Mr. Money Moicano himself, Renato Moicano, who's kind enough to join us back from Las Vegas. Renato, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations. First things first, how are you feeling? Obviously, you're a little bit banged up. How are you doing?
Yeah, how are you, Ariel? How are you, all the audience? How are you guys
Yes, much
feeling?
love, much love.
I'm feeling great. I'm good. I couldn't be better. I felt like you say, I am a little bit uh, hurt. My eye, but other than that, I'm feeling great. A good victory over a tough opponent. But uh, I still have a lot of stuff to improve. But overall, I'm happy with my performance.
And did you get stitches there?
Yes, 7.
7. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
Um,
7. Yeah, was a headbutt.
was a headbutt, really?
Yes, yes.
When was that?
On the second round, when I was on top of him and I was trying to get his back. He revert. We got up, and then I was trying to clinch him, and we bump heads, and he threw me down. I made a video today on my YouTube channel, and I show you the headbutt, and I couldn't see throughout the end of the second round and the third round, so that was hard for me. But it is what it is. Drill double is tough.
Were you getting nervous because you couldn't see? Have you ever been in a situation like that before?
Yes, yes. No, RDA fight was the same. I couldn't see, and I don't know. I just cannot stop. I just cannot give up. And thanks God I didn't. And to be honest with you, I was a little tired. I was not seeing, but at the same time, I was like, man, I have to get this guy down. I have to use my jujitsu because I need to beat him. I need the double checks.
Yes, of course. So how did you feel out
Yeah.
there? Because it's been so long since you fought. It's been, almost a year and a half. How did you feel out there?
First of all, like I said before, Apex sucks.
Yes.
Sucks, really sucks. But to get on the fight zone, to me was more like a sparring session. That was the problem for me. I was on the backstage, like warming up, and I don't know, it didn't feel right. Especially because ATT is a big place, like is way bigger than Apex. So when I was going to the cage, I thought, man, this is looking like a sparring session. So for me, was not great, and I hope after the performance, UFC don't put me anymore on the Apex. I
Uh,
hope.
did anyone get mad at you for saying that the Apex sucked or that the main event sucked? Like, did you receive any blowback for any of your comments?
No, no, not at all, not at all. I
Okay.
don't think they don't even see that.
Oh, you don't think they watch my show? I feel like everyone watches.
No, I
No.
don't think I don't think they don't pay much attention. Do you think they pay much attention in
Nah,
media?
no. They have better things to do. They have more important things to do.
Yeah. No, I don't know if it's important or not, but if you think about that, UFC, when you talk about UFC kind of control MMA media, right? So I don't think they care too much about what they say about him. As long as we keep talking about UFC, they are
Sure.
happy.
What do you mean they control MMA media? What do you mean by that?
I mean, if you see most of YouTubers that talk about MMA, they only talk about UFC.
Oh,
I don't see, I
yeah.
don't see YouTubers or people that want to work with MMA talking about ONE FC, Bellator,
Sure.
even PFL. Sometimes they talk about PFL, but other shows like Rising. So most of MMA media is about UFC.
Why do you why do
Don't
you
you think so?
Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, they're the biggest by far and the best. So, of course, everyone's going to talk about them. Yeah, last week too, you referred to yourself as a YouTuber. Do you only? I mean, you're much more than that, right?
No, I'm not even a YouTuber. To be a YouTuber, you have to make money off YouTube. I don't make money.
Uh,
It's just it's just work for me. But eventually, let's see. 5 years from now, maybe I make some good money on YouTube,
maybe
but not right
Patreon.
now.
You're a Patreoner.
Yeah, but it's still not good money. Just but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. My main job is to be a fighter, and I do that just because I like it.
Does it feel good to finally be back? Like now that it's over, it must have felt amazing, right?
Felt amazing, and like I say, man, and I tell this to Drill Dobe, because I used to be a 45er, and I remember we fought on the same day. when Joe Jones fought Cormier, and I remember watching him warming up for a fight and knock the other guy out, and I say, man, I'm happy that I'm not a 55. 55 is a big, and then I'm fighting with the guy. So I'm pretty happy with my, not with my performance, but I could do better, and I feel like I could have finishing him, but at the same time, I feel that right now I am in a good position in the lightweight division. People know that I'm tough. People know that I'm very good at grappling. People know that I can beat everybody on the division. And let's move on. Let's see who is next. Now I feel like 155 is my home.
Okay, so I was just going to ask you because you were talking about you're not considering going back to 45, right?
I can do it. I can do it. I'm too heavy, and to be honest with you, I think most of the fighters they should move divisions because we keep on seeing people doing better and better when they stop cutting so much weight. So for me personally, I would never move to 45 again.
Okay.
That's going to be too hard.
Okay. Isn't it amazing, Renato?
But at the same time,
Yes.
because you being 45 for so long that you feel afraid to go up, and you think, these guys they're going to be stronger than me. But that's not true, You move weight, and you're going to be more heavy too, and you're going to be powerful. So nothing really changed. So if you're having trouble to make the weight, move up.
Isn't it amazing, Renato? You've been in the UFC 10 years this coming December, right? So almost 10 years. And you didn't fight for a year and a half, and it seems like you've never been more popular. Everyone loves you. Everyone talking about you. Like even after the fight, people are like, "You have to get Renato back on." People want to see you on, and people want to hear from you. Isn't it? Why do you think this has changed all of a sudden for you? Why do you think all of a sudden you have this connection with the audience?
Because back in the day, I didn't care about the audience. I didn't care about anything. Back in the day, I just care about fighting. And I think most of the fighters, at least Brazilian, they just think about that. I want to be a fighter. I want to do my thing. I want to go to train, and I want to fight. But when you realize that's not gonna get you too far, because maybe you know that fighter, but Francisco Trinaldo was in UFC for a long time, and he was like 7 wins streak, and nobody cared. He was not he was not ranked, and so little by little I was starting to understand that you have to make yourself like a brand, right? People have to and because there's so many fighters, if you don't do something different, they're not gonna know you. So maybe it's the fight speech, maybe it's the move that you do. So you have to make yourself different than the others,
Yeah, and it's working.
And I'm trying to do that. Yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to speak my mind. I'm trying to engage more on social media. I'm trying to not talk shit because I don't want to just talk shit for talk shit, but I want to do a little bit of trash talk to get some fights,
Of course.
And people are liking, so I'm pretty happy.
Have you had other Brazilian fighters reach out to you and say, like, what has been the difference? What have you done? Like, is anyone noticing this? Because I notice it, but I just wonder if the other fighters do.
Yeah, some people, some friends of mine, Odedin, are questioning me, hey, what you doing? And I say, I don't know. I don't even know too. I don't know. I'm just trying to be myself. I'm not really planning. I'm not really, and to be honest with you, I think English is a good part of that. So my only recommendation, like to guys like Charles and Alex Pereira and other coming up fighters, try to learn English. They're going to change your life and maybe change your career because you're going to be able to connect with the public in the end of the day. You cannot be a star without people watching you. So you have to be respectful of the fans and people that will watch and pay for you. So, it has to be a relationship. You have to be honest and open with the public, with the fans, and they will support you no matter what. So imagine fighters that are stars, and if they speak English, man, this guy's going to make millions and top of millions,
Yes, I'm always hesitant to say something like this because I don't want people to think like, oh, you need to speak English to be a star. But You're a great example. Khabib is an example. I remember when, Junior Dos Santos started speaking a little bit, people start to connect with you more all over the world. And Charles and Alex, they're already huge stars. Imagine
Huge.
it just a little bit the connection that they would have with this country and people from other parts of the world. So I agree with everything that you're saying.
And I'm telling this because I speak Portuguese, so I see their personalities when they are speaking Portuguese, but they cannot show that to American public. And not only Americans, because English is one of the biggest language in the world. Everybody speaking
Sure.
English. So when you talk in English, you talk with everybody, right? There is more people speaking English in China than in USA. So everybody's speaking English today.
Did you feel a little bit validated that your fight was a little more exciting than the main event? You said that you should have been the main event. Did you feel some vindication?
No, I was happy. Imagine if they put me on 5 rounds. I was having trouble in 3. In 5
Okay.
would be worse. So I'm good with 3, the co-main event. There is no problem on that.
Okay, fair enough.
But again, I will talk trash about the main event
Yes, please.
again because I didn't know about that. But both guys were coming off losses, right?
Yes.
Before the fight.
Imavov, yes.
Both are coming off loss, so that should not be the main event. But you know what's crazy? When I got to the arena, everybody was looking at me. Oh, this guy's talking trash to everybody. So people were mad at the arena,
So
I could see.
You could feel it.
I could feel it. Yeah, I could feel like they say, hey, this guy's talking shit about we being main event. I'm talking as a fan, brother. Now I'm a fighter, so it's different. It's different.
Did they say anything to you?
No, but I could tell. You could tell. You can tell. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Who these guys think he are talking about shit about the main event? Man, I am a fan. I pay ESPN Plus every month. I can talk shit too.
Yeah,
right?
of course. And what about that post-fight interview? You revealed to the world your 62-year-old father has just become a father again. Can you explain what is going on here?
How crazy is that?
Yes.
I didn't know about that like a month ago. And actually, my uncle told me.
Okay.
My father is very crazy. My father is a crazy guy. He's
Where does he live?
62 years old. He lives in Brasilia, Brazil.
Okay.
And he works for the government in Brazil. He works for the Senate. So he has a good job, and he married a young girl. I think the girl is younger than me.
Wow.
I think she's 30. I think she's 33 or something like that. And they had a baby like 6 years ago, and now they have another. So I'm just happy for him. He's a good guy, but he's crazy. He's definitely crazy.
He didn't tell you that he had another baby?
No.
Why?
No, and my uncle say, I don't know why, because my family is crazy. I tell you, like I remember and I am too, because I remember when I was supposed to have my first MMA fight, I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell my mother, my family, nobody. I will keep to myself. I will fight, and then I will tell everybody. And with my son was the same. I didn't tell anybody. I don't know why.
When you had your first your son, you didn't tell your family?
I wait like until 6 months.
Till after?
6 months. No, after not. Like 6 months of pregnant.
Got it.
Not right away. So I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe I was afraid of my wife losing the baby or something like that. So I want to keep like private until I can tell everybody. But my father is more like is his style. I don't know why, but my uncle messaged me and he say, do you know your father going to have a kid, right? And I say, no. And he said, yeah, your father going to have a kid in a week or so. And I was close to the fight. And I say, man, this guy is crazy. So that's why I was so emotional. And I could not believe, because many of my, how do you say, the son of your uncle?
The son of your uncle is your cousin.
My cousin, many of my cousins don't have kids. So and my father is having kid, and another uncle that is 60 is having a kid too, like a baby too. So they have kids for this generation. So the whole thing is crazy right now. So that's why I was crazy.
How many kids does your dad have?
Now 4. Yeah, now 4.
4. So you have 3
Yeah.
siblings, maybe half siblings.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
and do you have a relationship with him? Like, do you speak to him?
Yes.
Okay. So does he know that you mentioned this to the world in your post-fight interview?
Yeah, and you know what is crazy? Did you see that somebody did the
Photoshop.
meme of the Photoshop?
Yes.
My father sent to me the photo.
Oh,
Could you believe it?
wow.
He sent to me and say, "Hey, look what they are sent to me." And they sent the picture and say, "You crazy? I'm gonna post that." And I post.
Wow.
Of course, it was not my dad, but I think people like his friends was sending to him, and then I post, and that's why I post. I didn't even see that before. My father texted me the meme. How crazy is that?
Unbelievable. Well, congratulations. And do you think you'll meet the baby? Do you have plans to
No,
see?
I will. Yeah, I am. I'm trying to find cheap flights to Brazil right now. So
Yes.
in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to Brazil to see my little brother, to see my family, and because it's going to be my son's birthday on 18, and I wanna enjoy with the family because obviously I don't have family here.
Sure.
Here is just me and my wife, so I want to do a party with everybody.
Do you think your father's he has to change diapers and wake up in the middle of the
No,
night?
no,
No.
no. I don't think so. He's too
62.
old for that.
Yeah, he
62.
wants to just chill out, right?
He's just chill out and drinking beers. He loves drinking beers.
God bless him. Incredible. And you also were very passionate about this country and about the protection and everything. Why did you feel like, the last time we saw you in the cage, you got on the microphone, you were talking about Manny Moicano and who you want to fight and all this stuff. But this time you were making this statement. Why did you feel like this was the right time to do this? Why was this on your mind?
I don't know why this was on my mind, but that's something that I have been thinking, not been thinking, but remember, 10 years ago when I was in UFC, I was a kid, so I didn't know anything about life. And I'm not saying that I know right now, but soon as you start to make money in UFC and not huge money, I start to realize that you have to pay taxes, right? And then I realized that. There is a whole world that people don't tell you, and then I start to try to learn about money, that I say investments, and I have been doing this for a long time, and one thing that I value in America, and sometimes in Brazil you don't have that, is the freedom of speech, is the liberty that every state has. In Brazil is different. The government is very central, so if they pass a law on the Congress, every other state has to follow. It's not like here. You have California, they have their own laws. Florida, everybody's different. So to be really honest with you, I think what makes America great is decentralization, is give power to the people. And like I say yesterday on an interview, I think people are starting to losing faith on institutions. I think people are starting to lose faith on economic systems, because in the end of the day, politicians, they have 2 ways of rob your money. They raise your taxes, or they print money and they screw your money with inflation, right? If they keep printing money to do stuff, you're gonna, and I'm a big saver. I like to save money, but what good it does money that you save that doesn't worth the same stuff, So every year your money lose, and not only that, I think that there is a lot of problems. I don't want to be too political about that, and I just feel that America is a great place, and I want to keep living here. Now I have a son and I have a family. I want to keep growing my family, and I just like the values, and especially the Western values that people used to cultivate over here, about family, about liberties. And I don't know why I say that. Maybe was because couple of my friends on ATT, they are becoming police officers, and I was inspired by that. And I thought, man, I want to do something after I'm done. 100%, I want to be a police officer, especially on a SWAT, on a like very professional trained team. And I don't know. I don't really know why I speak like that. I don't know why I didn't let DC talk. I even sent a message to DC and say, I'm sorry, I was not even hearing your questions, but I did not plan that. Was just my emotions at the time.
No, it was all
If that
good.
makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. All good. After the fight, you went on Twitter and you did say you wanted Beneil Dariush in Brazil, but then I also saw you say you wanted to see Drew Dober fight Paddy Pimblett, and then I think I saw Paddy Pimblett say, "Well, why would I fight him? Let me fight you." I have to say, I love the idea of you versus Paddy Pimblett. I feel like that's a gigantic
I
fight.
love too.
So
I love too.
why
That's a
didn't you just
gigantic
why didn't you
fight.
just call out Paddy Pimblett? Why would you say?
Because that's not the way they work. UFC is protecting him. How I gonna call him? This is chess, not checkers.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
This is chess, not checkers. If I go over there and I'm giving my strategy to you right now, and I'm saying,
Yeah.
no, now everybody knows. But if I go over there and I say, hey, Paddy Pimblett, I'm gonna beat you up. Everybody does that. So I said, okay, I'm gonna make him get the bait, right? Because if I beat Drew Dober and I say Drew Dober will beat you, he gonna get mad, right? Because he gonna say, hey, I can beat you, you'll beat Drew Dober. So in the end of the day, Manny Moicano is winning again. This is chess, not checkers.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
And then he will have to fight me. He will have to fight me, because if you go in my page and you say, I will smoke you, now UFC cannot protect you because you put your name on the line, my brother. And let me tell you something. If you want to fight in Brazil, I'm ready. But maybe you're too afraid to go to Brazil. I get it. Brazil, a little bit danger. But I can fight you in London, in any place, because you are easy money. I respect you, but I will beat you.
Wow.
So
This would
no
be
worries.
some kind of fight. The build up for this would be something else. You think it happens? You feel confident?
I don't know. Only time will tell, right?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe UFC sees that I can bring value to the company, so they can take a shot and take a risk of me beating Paddy Pimblett, because I don't know who else they gonna put him to fight right now. I'm a ranked fighter. I'm getting momentum from the second or the third time. I was doing good on interview, doing good on fights, and I got to a Apex card on the co-main event, and I did great. And I did a speech that everybody's talking about. And again, I will be more incisive about that. I support what America was found on, and I think law enforcement is a big part of that, because if you have a lawless country, you don't have any laws, you don't have a country. It's the same with fighting. We could be fighting street fighting, but no, we fight in a cage, we fight in a sport, we have rules, and everybody should respect the rules. That's why you cannot grab the cage. That's why you cannot poke the eye. And again, I cannot be against the law, being a fighter, being a good citizen. So a huge shout out to the law enforcement. And talking about public Pimblett, who knows? Maybe UFC will see value on me say these things and being myself, and maybe they okay, Moicano can fight Paddy Pimblett. Oh no, or maybe they will protect him and will try to find another way to put him on the top 15. It's not up to me, and it doesn't really matter. If he wants to fight, I'm here. Just send the contract. If not, I will keep climbing the rankings, because Moicano wants money, and the money is at the top.
I love it. I love it. In a perfect world, you fight on that Brazil card, though, right?
Yes. Like I say, Ariel, 34 years old. I don't have many time
Yeah.
to wait. I want to be active as possible, and I felt good. But if I did, a good performance against Teodoro, imagine against Paddy Pimblett. That would be amazing, and that would be my ticket to the top 10, to top 5 of the division.
I love it. And by the way, when you come home, what does your son say about your face?
Ah, man. Boo boo, boo boo, boo boo.
Yeah,
Yeah, boo boo, boo boo. What happened? What happened? What happened?
yeah.
And I say that is working. That is trying to give us a better life, and that is trying to, to build something for us over here. And again, another thing that I love about America, if you live in a place that is rigged, that you cannot, that because listen, what makes a country great is institution, and institutions in the meaning that uh, what is the best thing to do to be a good man or a bad man. And I think overall America incentivizes you to be a good man, so that's what I like about America.
Uh,
And and it's just the way I think. Maybe I'm wrong,
no,
maybe I'm
no.
right. One day I will, one day I will understand that.
By the way, UFC back at the Apex this weekend. Are you excited about the card? It's a
Not
star-studded.
really.
No,
Not
okay,
really.
no,
Again, I was
no,
watching the card for my. No,
no.
I think Pfizer and Hammerson is okay. Hammerson, right?
Yeah,
Hammerson.
Hermanson. Yeah, Piper,
Hammerson.
Piper.
I don't know. Pfeiffer.
Yeah,
I would
Pfizer,
say
same thing.
Pfizer, but not Pfizer. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, no. But I like Hermanson. I think he's a good jiu-jitsu guy. And but other than that,
Anything
I
that
was.
sticks out?
Let me see the card again, but I'm
Mm.
sorry. I should
Danny
have been
Gay
more
against.
prepared, but.
No, it's okay. I sprung this upon
Man,
you.
I like André Fili
Hmm.
as a person. I like his personality. We have talked before, but I'm not really interested in watching Danny and André Fili. I don't think that fight specifically moves a needle in the division, if you know what I
Yes,
mean,
yes, yes,
right?
yes. No, I understand.
And being a co-main event, I don't know who Aberdura Heavy. Brad Tavares and Gregor Rodriguez could be a good fight.
Okay.
That could be a good fight because Brad Tavares, very solid takedown defense. Gregor Rodriguez, very tough. Uh, Michael Johnson is nice to watch. I don't know the other guy. Rodolfo Vieira in Petrosian. Other than that, hey, Ariel, what fight do you think is going to be good?
There's not a lot here. I mean, there's a lot of up and coming guys. A lot of fights on this card, 14 fights, but Rodolfo Vieira is solid. But I agree with you. Yeah, honestly, Renato, I agree with everything you say about the Apex. It's hard to watch there. You see other events, the crowd, the energy, the hype, and they stack those cards. I think that there's a hierarchy. Pay-per-view, number one. Then you have the fight nights that are on the road, if they go to Austin or London,
Yes,
etc. Then it's
yes,
Apex, then it's Contender Series, then it's Ultimate Fighter.
yes,
And so you're telling us,
100%.
this is so-so, and it's unfortunate, but it's just not stacked like the UFC usually does for the big shows. Like the pay-per-view is a great one. The next week, pay-per-view, Ilya and Alex and Robert and Paulo Costa, tremendous.
Absolutely. It's going to be madness. Very good pay-per-view. But like you say, I think we just have too many fighters on the UFC right now, and they have to keep the show running. They have
Yeah.
to keep the deal with ESPN, and I don't think they care too much about that. So they just put somebody over there. They put a good fight, and they say, okay, let's see what happens.
It's a bit
So
like
the next
McDonald's.
time, yeah, yeah, Apex is kind of,
Yes, yes.
I hope UFC doesn't get mad at me, but
No
I will
more.
be honest with you. It's a sparring session, brother. It's a sparring session. It's not like a real fight. When you are in a Madison Square Garden, like I was in New York, people going crazy. You feeling the crowd, everybody cheer, and then you go to the Apex and it's like 20 people, and most of them are like don't know about fighting. Nobody's cheating. Nobody nothing. It's just like a sparring session.
Yeah, no good. You deserve better than that, Renato. I'm so happy that you're back. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on all your success. And keep it going, my friend. This is going to be a big year for you. I feel like this is a really big year. Where are you this time next year? End of 2024, early 2025. Where are you in your career? What do you think? What's your prediction?
I hope on the top 5, and I hope in getting a shot to the title or something like that, or close to that, because that would be huge for me. That would be huge for me, for my family. I accomplished that I always wanted. I have been working all my life to that, but I'm cool. I'm cool with everything down, on my path, because I have been blessing. I have been blessed to be living the life that I love. I do what I love every day. I have a good family. I'm healthy. So if you can put a belt on that, that would be amazing. If you could put money on that, that would be amazing. And let's see what the future holds to us. You know, I'm doing my game. I'm planning. I'm strategizing. I'm trying to get the better fights. And let's see if UFC agrees with me. If not, I will find my way. You know, I will find my way to the top, and eventually they're going to see the value that I brings to the company.
Well, you're doing great things. So keep it up, my friend. MoneyMoicano.com is where you can see more of Renato and get his merch, and also the YouTube channel. Great things over there. So keep it up. Congrats. All the best. And thank you for coming back on. And I hope you heal up soon and we talk soon as well.
Ariel, thank you so much. I didn't want to even talk about the merch all the time, being here talking about the merch, but thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
okay?
Much love, Renato. All the best. There he is, the great Renato Money Moicano. What a legend, and what a nice win for him. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.